Welcome. It's August 1st. And I am Terry, TD More Than Just Orchids. And welcome to my brand new, as of 2022, summer growing season, which is sort of the test because I could possibly put the greenhouse here, but this is an update for August 2022. And this is probably going to be part one. Part two, I'm going to try to do live upstairs in the house. So we're just going to start going around and showing things. And here I have my cross from moats, the only moats that I have, which really replaces my Purple Rain. It is a cross. I don't really feel like digging in the tag. I'm lazy. Anyway, but it's doing really well. I have recently added sphagnum. You can see the roots, and it is just kind of stuck on that trellis, and those root tips just really appeared. So it's doing well. New leaf coming there. Next to this is, you know what? It's right here. There it is. Moats Interstellar. Okay. This is my Leptotes bicolor. And I recently put it on here beginning of spring. And there are roots, there are some new growths around the plant. I'm really hoping that this clump roots into this and becomes permanent. This is where it's tagged. But this is my BC, what is it? Gosh, it's a Richard Mueller hybrid. It's not Little Stars, but it's the other one. Petite Stars, maybe? But it was mounted on one of Natalia's discs, ceramic, and it's got a few growths coming up. This was put on there last summer, so it's doing really well. Down below here is one of Mitzi's plants that I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it. I do believe this is her Richard Mueller. That one says Bernice Foster, but this looks like it's dead, whereas the other tag, see that says Richard Mueller. Trust me. There. And I would assume that would be this side of the plant that has really nice healthy growths, even there, and even down on this end, despite the raggedy nature of the pot. But I mean, there are roots all over. So for now, it's there. Moving on over to this way, I have my trichocentrums, my lone, what is that? Anyway, let's go on back to the trichocentrums. Here is one that I got earlier this summer, and this is Candidum. And I believe it was newly mounted, and you can see there's a new growth. There's a new growth back there with roots. So this is doing really well. And I do believe this is a bloom-sized plant. The Candidum blooms small on a very, very short spike, but the flowers are bigger than the leaves. Next door here this is my Stacey, and it is mounted, of course. Got some extra sphagnum, and let me put down my soda. Okay, so it's got that new growth, and it's got that's a new growth right here. I do believe this is broom size, but I don't See a spike? I just got this. And then next door here is my Jason Fuchs. And that has growths. No, this is Lilianoka. That's what this is. My Jason Fuchs are at the other place. But there's a couple new growths. This is a bloom size plant for sure. You can see the length of the pseudobulbs, or the leaves. Pseudobulbs are very tiny. And over here I have, this is my Epidendron Diffusion that I got from Andy's, and I am really just hoping for some activity on this. It's just been stagnant. Down below here is a bare root plant, and I'm not really sure what it is, but it is a Cattleya type. But it's putting up new growth. It's just been bare root there. Moving on back this way. Here is my Macrophyllum that I just got from Equigenera, and I won't spend too much time on that. It's newly repotted, still in bloom somewhat. Is my cherry blossom Ascophanetia, I believe. A little bit burned, but hopefully the shade will protect it a little bit more. Behind here is SLC Sang U Red Pearl that is recovering, but it is recovering really nicely with that growth. Up above here are two Angraecoids. Magdalis that I just got from Equigenera, and then there's this Gigantea, which looks like it's yellowing, but that is typical for Equigenera. It should be getting enough shade here, and it likes decent light. Those are Angraecoids. Back here, this is my Yamada Tenifolia, the yellow, and here is an Adosa hybrid times Morii, which there's a spent bloom, but it's got a couple growths coming, and this is where it just bloomed from. Behind here is another Trichocentrum that is recovering. That's my Nanum. Very fragrant. I just repotted it, finally. And here is Encyclia Oxypila, and this is a new growth. And I think there may be another peeking out, but it was just mounted last year. That's up here, some more crosses. This is a Flagellaris, I think, that I just mounted on that. Here is my Gyrate Treasure Calapo that just finished blooming beautifully, fragrant like vanilla. There is a name for that, and I think it may be pushing forward spikes. I'm hoping very long lasting. Here's my Perenniae, Salvula Perenniae. There's the tag, and I believe that there will be another spike coming soon. Right here is my EPLC Butterfly Kisses Mendenhall, and it is maturing. These growths are a little bit of mealies, and then here's another growth here, and then there's actually two growths here, and there was this one that blasted. So this has been mounted on here for just about a year. Yeah, 321. Down below here, this is my Epicandolii, which is a species. Bloomed in the winter, and it gave me that new growth, and that one is blasting. Front here is this is one I got from Diamond, and Mini Bird. This is the main guy that bloomed, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not Little Stars. This is actually Encyclias. And then here's this in bloom, which is is a brand new SVO hybrid. There's the cross. Right here is an Angraecoids, Grandalina. And here is my Dendrobium Noritokanaga. That is one of the very best Laturia hybrids to have. My Den Gatton Sunray, which did bloom beautifully, is putting up that nice growth. Here is my Gongora grossa. That they're maturing those new growths excellently. You can see how shiny they are and so covered in sheath. Here is the Ruffly Jungle. No, Jungle Diffuse. And there is fragrance. Here's my Cold Stylus Reniferum, or I think this is actually Epidendron. Beautiful species. Otherwise known as cristatum, and this is actually fragrant as well. And it's got a few spikes with those beautiful flowers. It's just amazing. Very sweetly scented. Usually around mid-morning. Not mid-morning, I'm sorry, mid-afternoon. And it does bloom off of old spikes, such as this. Can rebloom. Down here is an Angraecoids compactum. Here is my Cimbadella rotosticta that bloomed, and it's got a new growth there, yay. Right next to there is Gigantea times Bretonia. And there's my Joyce Stewart. You can see it's putting up some pickies. Down here is my LC Jungle Eyes, which I think I might be getting another one. I'm pretty sure I am now. Or maybe it's another jungle, but we'll see. But this is a Jungle Eyes, and this is the latest growth to mature. Tiny, and here is Serena O'Neill in bloom. And it is fragrant, midday, not now. Down below here is another Gongora, but I just got that, I think it's Quinquenerva. And there's a Maxillaria tenifolia, what is that? Is that a Maui coconut, I think? Which is a cross. Here is my Encyclia rufa. Oops. And this is Serena's Tinkerbell. And there is my free gift that I got from Moats, I believe. That's my Marie. Over here is my Basara Reginae. And then I've got, this is my Longiscott, Angraecoids Longiscott. It's got that bud. And here is my Ranthis Pyrotii mounted. And up above here, Ranthis Virginalis. Here is another Angraecoid. And where is the freaking tag? You don't know. That's freaking me out. Anyway, this is a long calcar that is mounted. Angraecoids long calcar. And then here is La Cartia species Macrophyllum. Here's my Orniella polystachya, which is also an Angraecoid. And there is my Granthes, which does not look good at all. Granthes, which is a cross, looks horrible. So I put it in more shade. Up here is another Granthes, which is spiculata, and it's got moss hanging upside down. Here is my Sartorchus arcuata, and it is still looking decent. I'm not sure about the spikes, which are those nubbins, but as quick as you can go. Next to it is my Epidendron Diffusion, which you can see the leaves were yellowing when I got it, but I'm keeping it moist. Hopefully it will acclimate. This is my Epidendron nocturnum, which has started putting up new growths. And it blasted that spike, but it's still working on this one. And these are the type of fruit stems that, as long as they stay green, they can bloom. Back here, you see there's my Angraecoids, and there's a spike, and it's forming its buds. Okay. Up above here is Inobora, which I believe is gnats. Insect, Garden Grove. All right. Here are my Aranthes. Arachnides. This one looks a little burned, but it's still going okay. And this is doing well. It's got 2 plants in it, and you can see there's new leaves coming. Down below there, this is Phalaenopsis Chiang Jade, which I had repotted, and I believe it might be starting a new leaf. This is my Silagene, Speciosa, which is looking horrible, and this is my Epidendron Diffusion, which is working on that new growth, and this growth just matured. And I was hoping that would bloom, but nothing so far. Here are my Phalaenopsis Giganteas that you can see are doing well, securing the pot and putting up new leaves. Here's the other one, a new leaf coming. Yay. Okay, anything else here? I just repotted this Supercillus hybrid. Here is, let me see, where's the tag at? But this is my Orchids lemon something, and there is this new growth. It's doing very, very well. Very well. There's that Carol Ward's Suncoast something, which is putting up some growth. I was hoping that it would live from the sheaths, but didn't. This is my BC Swirls Ports of Paradise. Did bloom for me last year, and it's got 3 growths coming up. And these Encyclias, this is my Angraecoids. It's got lots of growths. There's a nice big one there, Reese Rosafia, which is a cross, and then here is that cross, which is Gail Sakanaki Nakasaki times Encyclia Rectiosum. And this is finally giving me some new growths around the plant as well. Yay. So all is well in the neighborhood. Here's my Bracteosum, speaking of the species, and you can see those new growths did bloom. And as we move around here, here is my Lady Lisa, which is wonderfully grown. You can see all the Tangerine. And here is another longer calcar. And this is putting up a new leaf. Okay. Okay, what else? I have a Cattleya orchid there, which there's a cross, orange sherbetines. No, yeah, so I guess. Put up that new growth. Here is Jackie Bright, Yellow Stars. And you can see that new growth here. What else? What else? This, I don't know where the tag is, but it is doing really well. There's a few new growths here, and there's one there. That's been repotted. And here are my Dan, this is my Dan Amethyst gloss. No, this is Tangerine, which bloomed, and you can see it's putting up nice big new growths. And here is my Amethyst glossa, which there are the growths. Here's one of my Luke tones. I wish it would do something, but it's completely just not doing a darn thing. Here's an Encyclias cross, which is cornatum times something. And it's got that nice growth there. And I have a cornatum as well. It's over there. And here is the Miyaka Stars. And this nice growth here, actually that looks like a, no, it's got 2 days. But this is Trick or Treat. And then right here is my Encyclias Asper. And it is in sprig right there. Here's those in Genovese jungles I got. Here's Macrophyllum Asmantha, which has got 2 new growths. And so on and so forth. Here is Maxillaria picta, 2 new growths. And around this way from Plantillo, Gold Digger times Guamalensis. You can see there's a growth there. But this is the latest growth. And I fully expect that to be bloom size. And right next door is my Lawrenciana times Orchids that has this growth and that growth. And next to that is my Dendrobium spectabile, which is a Laturia, previously bloomed. And this is a new growth. And here's a new growth here. And it looks like it's putting up another in there. Right up there, maybe? Right next door here is Nodosa times Guatemalensis. And this plant has a sheath. And it has a couple more growths right there. We will see. I'm expecting those to have sheaths as well. Actually, there's a sheath. All right, here is, I think that has previously been as my Kosh Wallace. And this is is a Sophornitis maxillaria times Cernula. No, Richard Mueller. So there's two new growths right there. They're really nice and healthy. So really looking forward to that. There's my Maxillaria Champiana, which is the black one. And here is my BC Rustic Spots. That's got that growth there. My Epi Green Hornet. Born out of bloom, and it's got a couple new growths. Here is my Nymphord White Beauty. Really be potted, and you see those roots right there coming out. Really, really happy with that. And I think that might be it. Here's my Orchid Dendrobium. I thought it would bloom, but it's got all those growths. And there's new growths there. One thing that's a regret is this, which is a Borinjana. And you can see that well, you don't see it now, but there were actually two pseudobulbs that had sheaths on them. And I moved it out of the rain or out of chance of getting any moisture, and it really didn't do much. Let me see if there's anything over here that I need to point out. This, I think that is, what is this? No, Canaliculatum. It's maturing a couple growths, and there's another one back there. Gotcha. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Here's my James Pickney, which is a Crocolata cross. It's got that nice growth. But yeah, I think that's, can't forget this. Here's my Enobulbon Munificum. Nice sized. And I have it under here so it dries out. And here is a Parviflorum. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Except here is an Epidendron. Let me see. Jeez, please, I'm clumsy. Pseudo-Epidendron times light, I guess, yeah, whatever that is. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna turn this off. And I think I covered everything. All my Angraecoids. Oh, here's my Sisquidale. Right there that I had to repot and move down. It was just getting too much sun. As you can see, it's burned. But it seems to have been doing a little bit better. And behind here, I am really hoping to salvage this. I'm trying to hide it back there. That would be contact link. So that would be about it. Yeah.